Let's see how well we do tonight on live stream. It takes a while. I know, the last Monday I did a live stream. I did very, very good. I had a lot of people coming in and stuff and talking. And so maybe tonight we might get the same effects. Or that just might have been a freaky deaky thing where YouTube put me in the algorithm that day and stuff. So who knows? Because it's been a long time since I actually did an official show on live stream a long time ago. Cause quite a few years back, probably 4 or 5 years now, I tried live streaming on my internet connection that I used to have, my old internet provider and service, and it didn't do too well. Try to adjust this camera, so see if anybody gets in the live stream here. I'll be reading your comments, and like I say, you can roast me, whatever, you know. I always say when it comes to internet trolls will make you famous, but yeah. But now that I kind of realize that, hey, the new internet connection or setup I got can handle doing live streaming, I'll be probably doing more of these and as of right now than actual posting like long videos and stuff. Me talking instead of just uploading a video of me talking. Why not just do a live stream instead? Probably. So I'll be doing a lot more of that stuff. Guys, I'm trying to figure out how to build up this YouTube channel on little to no money and how to get it to where it starts generating a decent amount of income where I could do like some product review videos and a bunch of other videos and stuff. And plus, right now, my weather is pretty crappy, so like doing anything outdoors I can't do per se, because right now it's currently snowing out and it's like 30 degrees out, and I don't feel like getting out in this cold temperatures and stuff, so that's why you don't see too many videos I'm out there and stuff. Ooh, 21 people joined. Well, that's good. So yeah, ask me anything, you know, got questions or whatever. You know, I like the lives. Yeah, I like them too. I think I know YouTube pushes kind of more the YouTube shorts and lives and stuff. So I noticed that when doing live streams, I get more views and stuff. I noticed like that one I did I think it was last Monday, got over 2,000 views and stuff, you know. Now, as far as like monetization goes, after I'm done doing a live stream and I upload it to like a regular video, I don't know which one you know, gets more monetization money stuff, you know. So I don't know which one's, you know, better and stuff, but well, yeah, I don't have a whole lot of money to be doing all kinds of videos and stuff like I like to do because of my financial situation. So it's like, okay, I want to build up this YouTube channel. I want to make a business, and so I'm going to figure out how to do it with little to no money and try different things out, you know. It's not hurting anybody, so hey, hey, give her a try and stuff, you know. And then see what's what, and then figure out what's the best solution and alternative to do and stuff. Because yeah, I'd like to do some product reviews and do some travel videos and different things and stuff on this YouTube channel and stuff. But a lot of things nowadays cost so much money. It's like, well, like today I had to go to the Fix It garage to get a headlight bulb, and that was like $28 for a little high beam headlight bulb for my car, so my one headlight will work and stuff. So, and I remember the last time that one time I bought in the pasture, I think it was only like for like $10 or something. I was like, it was like $28 just to. And I was like, ooh, they kind of gone up on price there, but yeah, everything's high price nowadays, so that's what you get with the inflation and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm gonna try my best at trying to build up this YouTube channel and stuff. Because you gotta start somewhere, you know. You don't know if you don't try, and that's the thing. A lot of people don't realize with with doing something in life, whether it's building a business or working for a restaurant or a factory or whatever you out there you want to do, you gotta give it a try and try to succeed. And if you don't succeed, if you don't try, then you don't know if you're succeeding or you're failing. The old saying goes, you don't know until you try. So that's what I'm gonna try to do on this YouTube channel and stuff. Well, I will sub. Yeah, have to go. Have a blessed day. Yep, have a good night there, Ashley. Boomhauer, what the hell? I can't. Yeah, have a good night. Yeah, that's why I'm in the spare room of mine doing a live stream setup versus out on my porch like the last time, which I really like doing, but it's in the 30s right now. Too cold out to be doing anything. It was snowing out earlier, so I did a little short video of that I gotta upload yet. I gotta upload yet of the just me showing it snowing out, But yeah, this seems to be there's really good. Like the last time that one day I did a live stream. I'll continue to do more of these live streams and stuff. I don't know what to really talk about and stuff per se, or how to like talk about my ideas and stuff. So that's why I just do these, and I always label them "Ask Me Anything" and stuff, because people sometimes come up with questions and answers that I never even thought of. Like, oh yeah, that'd be something good to answer and stuff, Matter of fact, I should shut this one down and redo it and call it something like the pantry and homelessness. But yeah, I might go on YouTube is to help out those in need and stuff. So that's one of the things. I'd love to do more kind of videos related to helping those in need than just filming that little free pantry all the time that I've been doing. Be able to do more and stuff, I do those videos talking about what's currently inside the little free pantry, so that way the people that use the little pantry have an opportunity to see what's in it before they have to come down to my house, burn their gas, and find out the hard way and stuff. It gives them a little something, gives them something to look at gives them opportunity to see what's in it before they stop down and stuff, that little pantry is a first come, first served basis thing where if you're somebody that uses the little free pantry and stuff, and you looked at the video, but there was something in there you wanted, but then it was gone, it's probably because someone got to it before you did and stuff. So yeah, because that's how I treat that little pantry, a first come, first served basis and stuff. I do want to upgrade that little pantry to a bigger shed and stuff. I want to put like a regular wood shed there in its place and stuff because I have a brother that works for a construction company that builds pole barns, storage sheds and stuff, and I know the cost of what type of shed I want and stuff. So, and then too, I can have my brother draft something up on the computer for me because he does computer drafting and draft something up and later on make blueprints and stuff and then have a construction company build the structure and stuff. But basically all I'm going to do is when it comes to putting a shed structure there, like a regular wood shed structure, regular stick built shed. I'm just gonna do probably most likely a regular just 10 by 10 with a standard 9-light door, and then next to that 9-light door, a nice big picture window and stuff. I thought about one of them little types of sheds that people put a little porch on it and make a little office space and stuff. That's what I thought about doing for the little free pantry and stuff. Because basically all I'm going to do for a structure for that is just build something where I can put a bunch of shelving in there and have more room for more stuff. And so that way people in need will have more options of items, you know. Have kind of like shelving, and then the shelving would have dedicated areas. Like one would be canned goods in this section, and clothing, hygiene, you know, whatever. Kind of like a mini store almost, and stuff is what I'm gonna try to do. Oh, I still got a runny nose. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting over it. Whatever bug, runny nose I had. Well, it started that Monday that I did that one live stream that got a lot of views. After doing that, then the next day, that's when I got the runny nose and stuff. So, and I'm slowly getting over it. It's the weather changing here in Michigan that causes me to have that stuff, because we're going from our wintry cold to more spring type weather and stuff. Where I'm going to say probably around the way it's looking, maybe around the middle of April to May, we'll have the nice warm weather where it'll be like 50s, 60s, and then later on it'll be in the 70s and 80s, and everybody will be complaining it's too hot. That's what happens in Michigan. Everybody complains about the cold weather, and then everybody complains, oh, it's too hot and stuff. Me, I'll take the warm weather any day than the cold. But, yeah. But as far as that, again, the little pantry and stuff goes, that's the whole goal intentions, is trying to figure out how to raise up enough money to be able to put a better shed structure there, and then afterwards take whatever money I then make off the videos and stuff, and then use that to restock the pantry and stuff. So that's one type of way I want to help out those in need. I also want to do other things like I thought about there's a thrift store in my area and stuff that I would like to help out and stuff, and I thought about sometime if I had the money, buy some new items for them to give away at their store. You know, I even thought about it would be neat because they're in the main town in my area and stuff. They in the town of Ionia next to me, the east. That's like I consider the main, like, I guess call it central hub of Ionia County and stuff, and I thought it would be neat sometime to be able to have enough money to go out and buy some items that they could give away for free at their store, or do like a giveaway and stuff, you know, donate items that they could use to do like giveaways to help grow their business and different things, and because they do a lot for the community. And I'd like to do like I did before, get some money together and buy more tents and donate, because they give out free tents to the homeless and stuff, and be able to have money to do more to help their cause and stuff too, you know. Because they know in my area where all the homeless are hanging out and stuff, more than I do and stuff. And so I want to also get into try to look at some build videos and stuff when I have them, either some sort of like cargo van, box truck, or a pickup truck and stuff, and be able to go online, take some reclaimed miscellaneous like scrap lumber, and do videos of making a hobo shack and stuff, I call it, and practice making like a tiny house hobo shack, you know, something that if I was homeless, what I would build if I was homeless and had a way to do it and stuff. Because right now with my vehicle situation, I can't be hauling lumber and all that stuff like I would like to do. But yeah, I would definitely love to do some build videos and on this channel and stuff. Because what I would do is I'd love to get some old pallet wood and stuff, like a lot of factories throw out old wooden shipping crates, pallets and stuff, and then go on the market and then get some old doors and windows and try to build me a little hobo shack and stuff, something that like normally a homeless person would try to build and stuff to shelter them from the elements and stuff. Because I saw online some nice little solar kits, some little cheapo solar kits that would be perfect for that build idea. Because I know a lot of stores nowadays carry some sort of little solar electrical light kit thingy, and so inside the structure for electricity, I definitely just have some little cheapo solar thingy. I wouldn't personally, I wouldn't like install a Blue Eddy or Jackery or any like main name brand solar power station stuff. I'd go with a super cheap one because I try to keep it as kind of hobo as much as possible because people who are living on the streets, they ain't got a whole lot of money, so they're not gonna be going out buying all these fancy Jackeries and Blue Eddies and all these fancy solar power stations. They're gonna be scraping whatever little pocket change they can get and getting some of them little cheap solar lights and stuff. So I would, for electricity, I would try to come up with something similar. I saw some little cheap $50 or 70 under $100 little kit set would be perfect for a little build project and stuff. Probably what I would do with the shack was I would build it, go to that thrift store I know about, ask them, hey, where are the homeless hanging out, and then find somebody with a truck and trailer to load the structure up, and then just give it to a homeless person to camp out in and stuff. But one thing I notice a lot, and you gotta be careful, this is when you're homeless living in a tent, you don't get too much bothered, but as soon as you start building you a little wood structure, little shelter, trying to get yourself kind of a one step up in life, that's when all of a sudden local law enforcement knows you and they just start simply harassing you and stuff, saying, oh, you can't build here, you can't do this. They start harassing you. But usually if you just set up a little tent, they leave you the heck alone. It's like, what the heck? The person's just trying to shelter themselves from the homeless, To me, if you're out in the middle of the freaking woods, in the middle of nowhere, where you're not really bothering anybody, then, what's the harm, some of these, and sometimes the person that owns the property probably gave the homeless person permission to, do it and stuff, Now, a lot of times they're obviously homeless, they're on private property, but heck, if they're out in the middle of the woods somewhere in the bushes, to me, in a way, kind of, what's the harm, I can obviously see, like out in California, where they're setting up on sidewalks and stuff, trying to build little structures, To me, if I lived homeless and I was going to build a structure out in the middle of nowhere, and I was going to build a homeless shelter, little structure shack, little hobo shack, I would try to find me a secluded area and something somewhere in a bush or woodsy area where nobody's really going to be paying too much attention, and then build my little structure, But yeah, I always thought too it would be neat for have the money for homeless build like a little like push camper thingy where a homeless person could crawl inside and and shelter themselves from the elements too, you know, like some little push cart, like little tiny house thing and stuff. And I thought about being neat to do some of that kind of stuff and make videos about it and stuff. But yeah, I would love to try since I have no carpentry experience, I'm not a builder or a master carpenter. I know Norm Abram or Tommy Silver from This Old House and stuff. I'm not like that kind of person. So it would be neat to try to build something on this YouTube channel out of scrap wood and see how well it turns out and stuff. Probably what would happen is I would build a structure, keep it up for a couple of days, and then just have to knock it in. So my local government wouldn't complain about it and say, "Hey, that's hazardous. That's unsafe. You need to tear that down." Because I live inside a town, inside a village. We have zoning laws and stuff, so I'd have to be careful. But it would be fun though. Build a little like crap shack fork thingy and put some and buy some little El Cheapo solar kit and make it light up and stuff, and then one of them little cheap wood stoves and stuff. Because I know for tiny houses and stuff, they do make them little wood stoves and stuff. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, well, wait a little bit longer and see if anybody climbs in here and see if this gets really packed with a bunch of people. See if we get a bunch of people in here. But yeah, you're more than welcome to ask me any questions or anything and stuff, but yeah, I'm just doing this because since on last Monday I did a live stream. It did very well, and I really enjoyed interacting with all you people and stuff, and so all the people that were on that live stream and stuff, and I thought it was a really good night and stuff, you know. I would love to do, when the warmer weather comes, I would love to do more sitting on my porch and doing these and stuff, you know. Only thing is my porch is not screened in, so I'd just be, only issue is I'd be batting mosquitoes. Trying not to get malaria. Like in the movie Platoon. Yeah, in the movie Platoon. Don't drink that fool, you'll get malaria. Yeah, I hope I do too. I always liked that. I liked that movie. That Charlie Sheen played in Platoon. That was a good movie. Then another good movie like Vietnam and stuff was Full Metal Jacket. That was a good one too. Hey, we'll let them Cowboys. We'll let them the Gooks play the Indians. Is that you, John Wayne? Or is it me? How tall are you, Private? I didn't know they could stack stuff that high. Are you trying to squeeze an inch on me? But yeah, Full Metal Jacket, Platoon, those are good movies. I always also like the movie with Clint Eastwood, Every Which Way But Loose. That was a good one too, and stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of things I'm later on this channel when I can figure out how YouTube works and everything, and figure out how to grow this channel and make some decent money. I will be doing tons of videos and stuff on here and things. So I'm just right now a small YouTube channel starting out and gotta figure out how to grow it and stuff and make videos. And once I figure all that out and stuff, then hey, I'll be. And once I start to realize, oh, I got money, I can do certain things and stuff. Yeah, I am definitely gonna be doing that, trying my own best. But yeah, let's see here. Because like I said in my talk videos before, I do want to make this YouTube channel, about all kinds of different stuff I'm doing, and making it kind of like a TV show, TV station, like a television station and stuff. So, what up, boom? The sky. The ceiling. That's what's up. Don't you remember that in school when people would say, hey, what's up? And they'd say the sky or the ceiling. As like a little joke. I remember that and stuff, like I remember as a kid, the girl saying talk to the hand and all that stuff, I'm from the 90s, so I know all the old 90s jokes. Yeah, the all famous, I know you're but one of mine. Or the all famous, takes one to know one. Like I was watching that one little clip on YouTube of The Simpsons where Bart goes to the Shelbyville kid, the Shelbyville kid goes, you're a garbage man, and Bart goes, I know you are, but one of mine, a garbage man. I know you are, but one of mine, a garbage man. And Bart goes, yeah, takes one to know one. Yeah. And I already remember that, and Bart's favorite saying, I carumba, don't have a cow, man, eat my shorts. Then, of course, I also remember Married with Children. I scored 4 touchdowns in one game. Poke high. I want a mommy. I want a balloon. And Al Bundy going, you already got one. When Al Bundy's selling shoes. Keep acting like that. You'll be working here for the rest of your life. Well, sweetie, take a gander in the seat next to you if you want to see what your life is going to be like. 2, 4, 6, 8, no more overweight, making fun of overweight. 3, 4, 5, you're going to fall through the floor. Well, yeah, like when it comes to YouTube and stuff, I always see these smaller channels getting lots and lots of views sometimes, and I'm always thinking to myself, how in the world do they manage to do that and stuff? But the thing is about making YouTube videos and stuff, you really gotta have good titles and good thumbnails and stuff, and sometimes my thumbnails aren't always the greatest, and sometimes my titles are not always the greatest, One thing is I don't have very good grammar, so poor grammar plays a huge factor in that and stuff. But what got me kind of started on the whole idea of building a YouTube channel is since I'm hard of hearing and stuff, and that's the only medical problem I have is being hard of hearing, and of course, like anybody else, needing glasses and stuff. I noticed and I always thought, being hard of hearing and stuff, and I thought it would be neat to build a YouTube channel to show people that, hey, don't let your disability get in the way of trying to do what you like to do in life and stuff. Yeah, because I notice them. And again, in case you're wondering when I'm drinking, mellow yellow. But yeah, I thought that would be a great way to kind of inspire other people to get out there and try their hand at different things and stuff. And and give it a shot and give it a try. Because there's a lot of people out there that have some sort of disability and stuff, and they might be a little hesitant on trying to do something with their life. And to me, don't let it stop you. Go ahead, give it a try and stuff. Depending on what it is, you might be able to be successful at it and stuff. And so I encourage a lot of people to get out there and try to make something of themselves. Don't just sit on the couch and be a bum all your life and crying and whining and saying, "Oh, I work a crummy job. I ain't got no money." Well, it's because you're not trying in life. You gotta get up and try. You gotta push yourself each step of the way and stuff. The Bible even talks about that. The Holy Bible even talks about all that stuff. If people read their Bibles and think about that stuff once in a while, they would it would encourage them, because so many people out there, "Oh, I can't do it." Well, it's because you're not trying and stuff. Oh, it's so easy, even for somebody like me with being hard of hearing. I could easily say, "Oh, because I'm hard of hearing, I can't." I grew up with a grandmother that was overweight, and she used to do that and stuff sometimes, would make up excuses why she couldn't do something. And you gotta, sometimes it can be a little hard, but you gotta push through it and stuff, not give up. Keep trying and trying, And that's how you're gonna make it in life, is if you just gotta keep trying and trying and stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do on this YouTube channel and stuff. It's just keep trying my best and go from there and stuff. And later on, when the weather warms up and the springtime comes around, I do want to do some videos, get out there, show some places and stuff that I used to go to a lot and stuff. Matter of fact, I thought about going to a couple of lakes and showing where I used to like to kayak and stuff, and go to a few museums and see if I can't walk around the museums and film and stuff. So, there's one museum that I'd like to visit again that I think would be a good place to film and would get lots of views. Is a car museum I know about and stuff I visited. I one time visited the Gilmore Car Museum, and I thought that would be a great place to check out. And again, because I went there a long time ago before I even done YouTube and stuff, and I thought that would be someday a great place when I have time and money to visit and stuff, and then film the cars and stuff, and try to do some good filming. And stuff. I'm not very good at filming and stuff. I don't know how to do like all these fancy angle shots, how to get the perfect shot and stuff like some of these other YouTubers and influencers do and stuff. I don't know a whole lot about YouTube and stuff. I'm just one of those people that just made a channel and going from there, trying my best. And so some people get real lucky right off the bat on YouTube, and then some don't. We got one person watching. Now we're down to 0. What? Nobody wants to see a goofy guy on live? Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of panning over here more. Maybe everybody's sitting down having dinner. Yeah, you can. Well, you can even mute the video. I keep forgetting that you can do that. I can even mute the audio. Yeah. Let's see what the heck this button does. Retouch on, retouch off. Okay. Create highlights and lighting. I ain't too much worried about lighting. I know them. Because I got these big old, this one big old aerial spotlight on, and then there's one light, so. I know when it comes to filming in camera, lighting plays a huge factor in getting the appropriate shots and screens. In case anybody's wondering what kind of camera I'm currently using right now, I'm just using whatever standard camera is on a Samsung tablet S9. That's what I'm using for filming. I don't use some fancy cameras and stuff because, well, I don't have the money to go out and buy $1,000 camera equipment. Then I don't really have the knowledge of how to use that kind of fancy camera equipment and stuff. Like the microphone I'm using right now. It's just some cheap $20 microphone giddy up off from Amazon and stuff. I'm not one of those people that know a whole lot about fancy cameras and fancy shots and angles and stuff. And I never went to college or a trade school for video editing and film and photography and stuff. I'm just an average Joe Blow winging it. And I think that's what a lot of people kind of like about me is I'm an average, open, honest person. You know, you can ask me anything. I'm not going to hide myself. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Because, well, why? So many people out there nowadays, they try to hide themselves. And then when you find dirt on them and you call them out on it, they're like, oh, I never done that. And they hurry up and it's like, oh, please. To me, if you find dirt on me and it's 100% true, I'm going to say, yeah, so what? I'm going to look at you and say, hey, it seems like you're more worried about it than I am and stuff. So that's how I am and stuff. Probably not doing too good on here because I'm the title. Probably my title ain't very good, you know. Or maybe YouTube has to put me in the algorithm. Maybe YouTube decided not to put me in the algorithm of the lives and stuff. Yeah, that one day I was doing really good. That one live stream I was doing really good. I had like over 20, 40 people watching that one time. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Let's check my notifications. Hey, you probably seen that little mark right there. That's from me trying to swap out the light bulb in my car. One view. One person watching. Well, if you like, you can ask me anything. Hey, if you want to get political, hey, let's get political. That always gets people going. Nobody knows how to, when it comes to political stuff, nobody knows how to be civilized anymore. If you don't agree with them, then I guess you're racist, fascist, something. No, that's what happens. You're prejudiced or whatever if you don't side with one political party. It's funny how that is. Well, yeah, for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Boomhauer69. I'm a YouTuber content creator, and my goal is to build up a YouTube channel to be able to help out those in need and stuff. And so that's my goal, is to be able to make enough money off from YouTube where I can help those in need and be able to do the work of God, like what Jesus wants us to do. Jesus wants us to help our fellow neighbor, fellow man and stuff, and I would like to do that, so that's my goal, is to make enough money off on YouTube where I can make all kinds of money, help those in need, build a homeless shelter and stuff in my area for the homeless and stuff, because I noticed that's what my county is lacking, is some shelter for the homeless and stuff, What I would do is, on the homeless situation, I would find an existing building in my area, build a homeless shelter, and build rooms that would have amenities that like a typical basic motel would have and stuff, where you would have your bed, a table, your heater and all that stuff, your mini split heater system, your bed, table, bathroom, and all those amenities and stuff, Where you also have a little microwave and mini fridge and stuff, and where the homeless would come in, they check out a room, and then they get to the room, and they would look and say, "Wow, it's just like a basic motel." Because that's one of the things this area is lacking, is some shelter for the homeless. Majority of the homeless are just obviously living out on the streets and stuff, and a lot of homeless people probably wouldn't. The homeless people that are addicted to drugs and alcohol and stuff, they wouldn't like me, because I wouldn't let them get a room. They would have to be clean and sober. They couldn't be in the room trying to shoot up drugs and stuff. They wouldn't be able to do their crack and heroin and stuff, and then they would have to submit to drug testing and certain things, and if they was under the influence of anything illegal, then they would be denied a room and stuff, so. Because to me, when it comes to helping out those in need, I would like to help out the ones that truly want to get up out of the homeless situation and try to become a better member of society and stuff. Because I know there's a lot of homeless out there that are addicted to drugs, alcohol, and some are mentally ill and stuff. And those people, I would still help them out. Like the mentally ill people, I would 100% help them out and get them into if they showed up to the homeless shelter and stuff, I would definitely 100% get them the mental help they need, get the proper doctors and stuff involved where the mentally ill homeless person could get set up to be admitted into some sort of foster care home or institution, assistant living, something permanent and stuff, because sometimes that's mentally ill people will sometimes become homeless because simply the people that were taking care of them either up and abandoned them, or they just simply maybe their loved ones that were taking care of them passed on, or something happened where they slipped through the cracks, nobody noticed them, and then they were automatically on the streets, And so so I would definitely, when it came to those types of homeless people, try to get them the help they need and stuff. If they showed up to my shelter saying, I would like a room or something, like, how sometimes mentally ill people don't always speak properly and stuff, and say, hey, okay, let's get your room. And then what I would definitely be doing is, before they checked out in the morning, having a mental health doctor saying, hey, let me help you here. Let's get you and talk to them and stuff. And I would love to have spaces where doctors and nurses and stuff could come and check out have offices and spaces and stuff where doctors and government agencies and nonprofit organizations could come, interview the homeless people, and figure out, okay, what do we need to do to get this person out of homelessness and stuff. That's what I would love to do, doing stuff. I would love to have maybe making millions and billions off from YouTube like Mr. Beast does and stuff, and be able to build this shelter and have a ton of amenities and stuff. Like I would have rooms for them, just the average single homeless person. Then I'd have rooms for them families, which would be just basically mini little 1-bedroom apartments where they would have a little actual little full kitchenette and stuff, and I would have it set up where the homeless families, the families that are homeless, could come. They get one of those I call it family rooms, and they would get it for a whole week, and then they would, at the end of the week, have to check out and stuff. Oh, I would 100%. One thing is, I would probably definitely do that. It'd be at the time when I had the money, got a group of people to help me and stuff, do what's best, where they would probably be submitted to a drug test and search and seizures and stuff, Definitely, I would do that. Before they got a room, they would be getting tested for drugs. At least take a PP test. Take a P test and stuff, and then submit to them search and seizure, so they wouldn't be trying to do drugs and stuff. Because I wouldn't. I know some homeless shelters are just like a big giant gymnasium with just rows and rows of bunk beds and stuff, and I don't like that idea, where I would try to build at least mini rooms. I'd figure out what kind of money I had at the time. If I felt like, hey, I got the money, I can do this, it would all boil down to how much money I have at the time, and where to and then what to do, and what kind of amenities can I add and stuff, all the time. That's just the devils. That's just Satan, the devil, trying to prevent you from doing something. People are going to take advantage of it no matter what. That's just the facts of life, and with doing anything. Even building up a YouTube channel and stuff, that it happens in anything. I know once I build up this YouTube channel, I want to start my own business of some sort, and my own factory type business, where I could, car business. I thought it would be neat to build me a certain types of vehicles and stuff. So, and I want to do that in the near future as well too, once I can figure all that stuff out. But yeah, you're gonna get taken advantage of all the time. Like I got a little pantry sitting out in my yard. Well, my kitchen's not set up for cooking videos, and I don't really care to do cooking videos that much. I'm gonna do probably some outdoor ones and stuff. I do have in mind a video that I will do when the weather's nice and the weather permitted and allows me to. There's a cooking video I have in mind, but right now I can't because the weather's crap and everything's kind of wet, where my wood and stuff for my little fire pit, charcoal grill fire pit, won't work. And I'm gonna do it on a nice one day. Plus, it's kind of windy out there, where I wouldn't want to be really starting a fire because there's too much wind. Because right now it's on 30 degrees. It's in the 30s right now, so. I actually don't have any good barbecue recipes or anything, you know. I'm just a guy when it comes to grilling. I just throw some hot dogs on the grill and some burger patties, and that's it. And I already done tons of videos about that kind of my basic cooking and stuff. I don't get into all these fancy adding seasonings and and all these different flavor of sauces and stuff. You know, I just go the basic cheap route. You know. No, I would love to. I would probably, if my kitchen was set up a little bit more differently, then I probably would do probably a little bit more cooking videos. But my kitchen's so small and the way it's designed, it's just not. It's just more. It gives me more of a headache trying to film in it and stuff. So I just say, you know what, screw it. And then plus, I don't know how to really cook, so I'm not. So that's another reason why I don't care to do cooking videos, because I'm not a master chef at anything and stuff. But yeah, as far as the homeless shelter goes, yeah, I would definitely have the homeless be checked for any drugs, alcohol, or anything like that, and drug tests as well. Because I'd add a soup kitchen to it, and then also, like I said before, some space where people that come in, talk to the homeless and stuff, and talk. And I'd also have some pretty good size, like kind of classroom type area set up, so that way people in the community could come and maybe, you know, maybe give a talk, you know, about how to get a job, how to make a resume, you know, and have space where people could give classes that would help the homeless and other people in the community and stuff. So yeah, because that's one of the goals I want to do on this channel. And also I'd like to do a lot of giving. Like I know there's a thrift store in next town over that I like to do business with, and I like to go there and shop and see what they have, and they help out the community and stuff. And I like to do more to help her grow her little business and stuff, you know, help her out, the owner, the lady of that. Boy, she runs it, volunteers, called Pocket Chain 360. And I really like what she's doing for the community, because she herself, she talked about this before on her social media, some Facebook page where she has her business, about herself at one time was homeless. So she's really all about helping the community. She's not like some of these thrift stores where it's about the money. She's actually about helping the community and stuff. And I really like that how she is and stuff, you know. I've been in there a few times and even seen homeless people come in and say, hey, I'm homeless, I need help, and stuff, and she'd be like, yeah, what you need, and you know, and stuff. She gives out, when she gets tents and stuff, she likes to save those, when people donate like a tent or something to her thrift store, she likes to save that and give it to the homeless. I know when I bought some, and I did a video about this, so check it out. I donated to her thrift store some Coleman tents one time, those green Coleman tents, and some camouflage tarps to help them keep stealthy. And I know all those tarps went to homeless. And that time when I donated those tents, which quite a few years back now, she was real pleased about it. She's like, oh, thank God, we had them. She said to me, yeah, we have homeless people coming in all the time looking for a tent. And one thing I did when I bought these tents, I also bought a proper size camouflage tarp to go over top of the tent to help keep the tent stealthy if the homeless people are using the tent in a very wooded area, to help camouflage it in, so that way nobody sees it too much and stuff, and they can be stealthy and stuff, and so they don't get harassed and stuff. Because usually what will happen if you buy tents of bright colors and stuff, and you're setting up on a woodsy nature trail, you know, people are going to see you, they're going to harass you, damage your tent, because, you know, people look down on the homeless and stuff, you know. Which a lot of people don't realize, it's real easy to end up end up homeless if you're not careful. You know, even somebody like me could one day, boop, be homeless, and that be that. You know, a lot of people are like one paycheck away from being homeless and stuff, and so I grew up with a father that worked a job that, you know, did the paycheck to paycheck a lot of times, and so I know we were on the verge when I was growing up as a kid, almost becoming homeless if we wasn't careful and stuff, and so I always, that's why and in the past as a kid I got helped out and stuff, and so I always thought, well, you know what, let's try this here. And I one day making a YouTube channel, I got to thinking, you know, that would be a good idea to make a YouTube channel that kind of revolves around helping those in need and stuff, you know. And that's why you don't see me doing these membership programs. You know how some content creators, oh, to get this video or that video exclusive content, become a member and stuff. I don't care to do that because I want to try to make my YouTube channel as free as possible, you know, where all you do is you just watch an advertisement and then you go back to the regular scheduled program. That's what I do. If I did do any sort of become a member, you ain't getting anything. You just pay a fee and to support my cause, and that would be it. But I'm not gonna do that, you know, because I know a lot of people who do those members, they're expecting something, and I'm not gonna do that because I don't think it's fair to the people who can't afford to do that membership stuff. Because I you know, a lot of this happy birthday to Jacqueline, happy birthday, Jacqueline. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but whoever it is, happy birthday. Yeah, birthday shout out, you want to look and do that? I think I got the super chats set up, so if you people like doing those super chats, I know some people like doing that to content creators and stuff. I got this monetized, so that will help the live stream out for those that wanna do super chats and stuff like that. I just did that I activated the super chats thingies just in case, you know, people whenever I'm live streaming wanna do that sort of thing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not very good at pronouncing names, so yeah. Made your birthday. Oh, that's good. But yeah, I do want to try my hardest at trying to help those in need through this YouTube channel and stuff. Like, there's many times during Halloween, when we have Halloween here in the United States of America and stuff, and in my town on, usually on, yeah, the 31st, October 31st, on actual Halloween day is in October. I always thought there was times when I thought, man, it would be neat to do some cool like giveaway prize to the kids on Halloween and stuff and have that kind of money. Because I thought about being neat to do like a raffle thingy where you give out raffle tickets, get shit of kids, and then they show up back at your house at a certain time, and then you raffle off some cool prizes like a gold card or you know, Xbox, PlayStation, you know, TV, whatever, and stuff, you know, or be so rich where I could go to the Ford dealer and buy a nice Ford vehicle and give away to some family a nice SUV, minivan stuff, you know. I wish companies would bring back the minivans more. I kind of like that. I know there's a lot of companies now are just focusing on cars, pickups, and SUV type / minivans and stuff. And when I was growing up, I really liked also the station wagons, and I wish more companies would bring back that as well. You know, I think if they bring back minivans and not try to make them weird SUV combination ones like they try to do now, and they really and then brought that station wagons and stuff and made them look like minivans, you know, made minivans look like actual minivans instead of some weird, you know, SUV combination and stuff, I think more people would be in the market for my vehicle, because I wouldn't mind that, you know, having that kind of money to be able to go to people and say, hey, here's a good used car or a brand new car and stuff, you know, for people. Because that would be fun to do that, you know, kind of stuff, you know, as giveaways. Be so rich where on Halloween parents could come get a little raffle ticket and then some lucky winner wins an actual car and stuff, you know, because cars are so expensive nowadays, you know. I know a lot of people would be appreciative of that, you know, having that opportunity and stuff. And even if it's a good use vehicle, you know, people would be even grateful for that as well and stuff. So yeah, there's a ton of ideas I have out there to do on this YouTube channel. I can't stress that out enough, you know, where, boy, if I had the money, I would be doing some things. Because once I got the money, then I would start finding people that could help me make it a possibility and stuff, where I would get professional camera people. Well, I would love to have a female camera person sometime down the line on this YouTube channel as well to help out the female audience. Get a bunch of males and female people together and make this Boomhauer69 channel and grow it into like a big production kind of company and have good knowledgeable people say, hey, this is what I want to do. Let's make it happen. And then they go from there and say, okay, this is what you got to do and stuff, and be able to help me and guide me, you know. And then, of course, pay for the time and stuff, you know. Because that's what I need. If I had to have the money, then it would be just finding the people to say, hey, this is an idea I have. Can we make it happen? Let's build a prototype and stuff. Like, I have a car idea in my head and stuff that I'd like to do sometime in the near future. And that's just a situation where once I got the money, then it would be finding the mechanical engineers and scientists and technicians and all that stuff to help me build the prototype and make it a thing and stuff. Because I kind of like the ideas of smaller vehicles and stuff. I don't care when it comes to me personally. When it comes to vehicles and stuff, I'm more of a fan of like compact vehicles and smaller trucks and stuff. I don't care too much these big lifted pickup trucks and big old SUVs. I'm not too much of a. I don't care too much for those a whole lot, you know. I've always liked the smaller compact cars, the ones that get to point A and point B and stuff, you know. Now, obviously, for hauling and towing purposes, big vehicles are nice for that, you know, and stuff, you know. So yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of things I want to do on this channel, and ooh, boy, I can't wait today to get the money to be able to say, haha, I can do that and stuff. Yeah. Now, some people are good at starting a business or a YouTube channel right away, whereas somebody like me is a little bit of a challenge. Cause it's like, okay, what do I do? Because I do struggle with that and stuff. Yeah. See what time we got here. 6:02. Probably everybody's sitting down having dinner, so, and it's a Monday. Let's see here. Oh, I guess they got games on here you can play. Crossroads. Choosing. Words of Wonder. Take a product first and then you can pin. Let's see here. Go back. I don't know. Yeah. And I'm new to this whole live stream. Let's see here. Let's share this to Facebook. Yeah. Yeah. Reconnecting. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I said forgot to share that. Yeah. So. I probably cut it out. But yeah, that's my goal with YouTube and stuff, is to be able to try to help out those in need and stuff, and try to make quite a bit of money off on YouTube, to do a lot more on the channel and stuff, and do different types of build videos and stuff. Do some go-kart builds, get some people involved that could help me in building some go-karts and different things and stuff. And I would love to do some lot more product review videos on this channel and stuff too. Like there's some e-bikes and stuff that I see out there that I think would be neat to put to the test and see how well they are and stuff, and really and see how well they are and stuff in range tests. Because like I said before in the previous video, I have a nature trail near me and stuff that I would love to really take some e-bikes out on and put them to the test. So yeah, if you're a company out there and you want me to review your e-bike products, get a hold of me and stuff. I'd be glad to review your e-bikes out there and stuff. If you're a company out there that has them, looking for somebody to review your e-bike products and stuff. But yeah, like I said many times in my live stream, I want to make my YouTube channel kind of like a TV network station where you can see all kinds of different types of content and stuff. That screwed up her. I'm just looking at all these little options they give you on the YouTube live streams and stuff. Let's see what this is all about. Do Q&A polls. Same with all these features it's got. Yeah, let's see here. Let's quick share this too. Let's see here. Yeah, thumbnail. Hey, we got one person watching. Well, it must be when I did the other live stream that time. I must have had a really good title that really caught people's attention. I know when it comes to doing live stream, it's all about certain times of the day when you do it, and stuff. It depends on what time you actually start the live stream and stuff, and when everyone feels like chiming in. Right now it's probably around. Yeah, 6:10 or 6:10 right now, so a lot of people are sitting down, having their dinner, talking about their crappy days with their loved ones, talking about how crappy their jobs are. Or that one coworker, the one Bob. What's going on with the little pantry? Much action? Is it being used? Oh yeah, I had quite a few people donate to that. I actually had another lady that does a lady that does YouTube influencing and stuff on her social media, donate some things and stuff too. So yeah, the little pantry's doing really well. There's a lot of people are donating to it. A lot of people are using it and stuff. Usually I will put stuff in there and make a video about it, and then boom, a few hours later or the next day it's already gone and stuff. So yeah, people are really using it. I'm really grateful that it is doing really well and stuff. So when I have the funds and the money and stuff, I do want to upgrade that little pantry. Like I said previously before in this live stream, I want to upgrade it to an actual regular woodshed. I have one in mind, a nice 10 by 10 idea of a woodshed that I'm going to build stuff where I can have more things for that pantry, more things to offer and stuff. Because what I'm going to do is through the videos I make off the ad revenue that I make off those videos and stuff, it's going to go towards funding that little pantry, and then upgrading the little structure itself to a bigger shed where I can have some nice shelving and stuff, and basically make like a little mini store, and then afterwards, then the money will go towards funding the new little pantry when I'm able to get the money raised up enough to be able to do that and stuff. So yeah, I'll definitely have to make another video talking about that and stuff again, so that way people can watch that video and stuff, and then that video will generate some income, and then that will help me towards the goal and stuff. I'm not very good at growing a YouTube channel, so it's going to be a lot more harder for me to be able to come up with the money to fund those projects and do that sort of stuff, because I just simply don't know how to get a channel up there and stuff and get it and get it to where it gains a lot of traffic and stuff. I will admit I'm not very good with thumbnails and titles and stuff. And so, that's one of the key importances when you make a video, having a good thumbnail and good title. I'm not very good at that, so yeah, it's gonna take me a little while to try to build up enough views off those videos to be able to fund a little structure. Because to build like an 8x8 or 10x10 shed, a basic shed structure, it's going to cost about around $3,000 to $5,000 and stuff, and then plus depending on what all you add to it and stuff. Like me, I'm going to have a shed structure, and it's going to be insulated and furnished and stuff, where there'll be you do very well at running a YouTube channel. I always enjoy your food reviews and product review videos. Yeah, when I have more money, I will definitely be doing a lot more product reviews and stuff. I'm going to try to figure out how to reach out to some e-bike companies, because I'd like to this spring and summer get into doing some e-bike reviews and stuff, and some little scooters and stuff. I know on Amazon you can get some for a little cheap, little $300, $500 and stuff, pretty cheap. And if I have the funding, maybe do that and stuff, because I'm a lot into like go-karts and mini bikes and motorized things and stuff, and so I'll probably do a lot of that sort of kind of product reviews and stuff. I don't mind doing sometimes food review videos, but I'm not a very big fan of the food review videos and stuff, so. But I will definitely, when more funding comes to stuff, and I have more free time, I'm totally gonna all the way on that stuff. But yeah, I definitely with the pantry there, I do wanna, when I make enough money off the viewers, I do wanna do some things. Do you make? I don't know how to do go-kart repair work or any small engine repair work. I'm actually not a mechanic. Actually, the go-kart I have right now is an old Yerf dog go-kart that needs work, and I haven't done anything with it because I don't know how to work on it. I don't know how to do welding. I don't know how to work on motors and stuff. I never was mechanically inclined, so. See if I can adjust this camera a little better. Falling off the stand. Take this off now. There we go. That looks a little bit. That might help a little bit better. I know one thing. Camera angles are very important and stuff when doing this. Yeah. But yeah, as far as maintenance and mechanical work, I'm one of those guys that would have to pay somebody to do things. That's why I'm trying very hard to build up this YouTube channel so I can get the money to do that and hire the people and stuff. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna shut this off and exit out of it.